The 2024 presidential election is heating up. Recent polls show Vice President Kamala Harris gaining ground on former President Donald Trump. These polls reveal a potential shift in voter sentiment. This is significant as we head towards the November election. Harris's campaign has gained momentum. Her favorability ratings have increased. This comes after her official nomination as the Democratic candidate for president. Americans seem to be responding to her message of unity and progress. This surge in support could signal a change in the political tide. Both NBC and CBS conducted polls in recent weeks. These polls surveyed thousands of registered voters. The results paint a compelling picture of the current political landscape. Harris is closing the gap with Trump. The NBC News poll shows Harris with 48% support among registered voters. This is a significant jump from her 32% rating in July. Trump, on the other hand, stands at 44%. This represents a narrowing of the gap between the two candidates. The CBS News poll tells a similar story. It shows Harris leading Trump by 4 percentage points among likely voters. This suggests that she may have an edge in terms of voter enthusiasm. It's important to note that polls are not perfect predictors of election outcomes. They are simply snapshots of public opinion at a specific moment in time. The margin of error in both polls is around 3 percentage points. This means that the actual race could be even closer than the polls suggest. While national polls are important, they don't tell the whole story. The US presidential election is decided by the Electoral College. This system assigns a certain number of electoral votes to each state. To win the presidency, a candidate needs to secure a majority of these electoral votes. This means that the outcome of the election will likely hinge on a handful of key battleground states. These states are often closely divided between Democrats and Republicans. Candidates will focus their resources and efforts on winning over voters in these crucial states. Some of the most important battleground states in 2024 include Pennsylvania, Michigan, Wisconsin, Florida, and Arizona. These states have a history of swinging between the two major parties. Their demographics and voting patterns make them unpredictable and highly contested. Both Harris and Trump will need to develop targeted strategies for winning over voters in these states. They will need to tailor their messages to address local concerns and appeal to the specific interests of voters in each state. Section 4. Kamala Harris, a champion for progress. Kamala Harris is a historic figure in American politics. She's the first woman of color to serve as Vice President of the United States. Now she is vying to become the first female president. Harris brings a wealth of experience and a progressive vision to her candidacy. Before entering politics, Harris worked as a prosecutor. She dedicated her career to fighting for justice and equality. As a senator, she has been a vocal advocate for affordable health care, criminal justice reform, and action on climate change. Harris's campaign message centers around unity, progress, and restoring America's standing in the world. She is running on a platform of investing in education, infrastructure, and clean energy. She is also promising to protect voting rights and expand access to health care. Harris's candidacy represents hope and change for many Americans. Her supporters see her as a qualified and experienced leader who can bring about real progress on the issues that matter most. Section 5. Donald Trump, a legacy marred by controversy. Donald Trump is a polarizing figure in American politics. He served as the 45th President of the United States. His presidency was marked by controversy, division, and a constant stream of scandals. Trump's policies, such as his Muslim travel ban and his withdrawal from the Paris Climate Agreement, drew widespread condemnation both domestically and internationally. His rhetoric, often characterized by xenophobia, racism, and misogyny, further inflamed divisions within American society. Despite losing the 2020 election, Trump has refused to concede defeat. He continues to make unfounded claims of widespread voter fraud. These claims have been repeatedly debunked by election officials and courts across the country. Trump's decision to run for president again has further divided the Republican Party. Some Republicans remain loyal to him and view him as a strong leader who challenged the status quo. Others, however, believe that he is unfit for office and represents a threat to American democracy. Section 6, the road ahead. What's next in the race for the White House? The 2024 presidential election is shaping up to be one of the most consequential in American history. The stakes are high for both Kamala Harris and Donald Trump. The outcome will have a profound impact on the future of the country. The race is still close and anything can happen. Both candidates will be working tirelessly to win over voters. The next few weeks will be crucial in determining the outcome. Voters will decide between two very different visions for the future.